recent tariffs dealing with China, Mexico, Canada, and the EU have impacted businesses. For example, we've had 10% aluminum tariffs and 25% steel tariffs imposed on U.S. products. That has raised the price for the U.S. consumer by that same amount. Businesses that are targeted, such as those importers of aluminum and steel, are already feeling the pinch. Some have said it only will raise the price of a beer can by 1 cent a can, but there are manufacturers of beer in the U.S. who manufacture their own beer cans, and they manufacture them at a rate of 500 cans per minute. That's tens of millions of dollars over the course of the year that cannot be reinvested in hiring more workers, in buying a microbrew, or expanding globally overseas. The financial impact overall to the U.S. economy of these tariffs may be small, but the reality is it could be very large for those targeted product markets. We export 25% of our pork to Mexico, and that's a lot of bacon that isn't going to get sold if the price of bacon and other pork products is raised 25% in Mexico, and they're going to look to other countries to supply those goods. The auto industry, both foreign producers of cars and American producers of cars, are very concerned about a possible 25% tariff on automobiles imported into this country, as well as auto parts. Most cars are made with parts from all over the world, so this would hurt both industries substantially. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce estimates this could impact as much as $350 billion worth of economic goods. And with retaliatory reactions to those tariffs, the impact on the economy could be tenfold. Let me share about a recent visit that I had with a Grant Thornton Midwestern client who's in the medical device distribution business. Their suppliers are in China and they assemble their products in Mexico. So they were especially hard hit by the recent $200 billion in additional tariffs imposed on China. They're speaking directly with their Chinese suppliers about helping shoulder the burden, and they're also considering moving their supply chain from China to other countries, such as Malaysia or Vietnam. The soybean farmers in the Midwest are feeling the pinch right now with the 25% tariffs imposed by China. The president has actually recognized that by recently giving a USDA boost, if you will, of $12 billion to bail out on a short-term basis such agricultural products as soybeans, wheat, dairy, and a number of those industries that are hit. It shows that there's a short-term recognition by the administration going into the midterms that it's going to take some time to finalize these deals. And the Republican administration does not want to see a burden on those voters that typically come out in favor of Republicans. Trade associations in Washington are very concerned about a full-blown trade war. In speaking with Neil Bradley at the U.S. Chamber, he is really hoping to find an off-ramp from this current trade war by putting 1,000 points of pressure on various governors, members of Congress, and elected representatives to put an end to this.